So students, now let's have a look of this R program to illustrate contingency table once again and understand the concept that how it can be used. First of all, we are creating a vector. The vector variable is named vec and the list of the values is 2, 4, 3, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. Next, we are creating contingency table from vector using the table function. Now, we all know table function is a very simple function where with the table function, we pass the variable vec and the vector is converted into a table which is having a name con table. Now we print the con table. So you can see that with the help of the table, we are printing the contingency table. So we get the result, which is the output. Now, the point is that how to interpret this output. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which are our values. So first row is the values and the second row is the frequency. So let's see. 1 appears 2 times, 2 appears 2 times, 3 appears 2 times, 4 appears 2 times, 5 appears 1 time and 6 appears 1 time. So that is how the table is created, that the first row corresponds to the value and the second row corresponds to the frequency. Let's have a look of a different example now, since that example was just to understand the concept of the function table to create a contingency table and see the result of the table. Now we have a more clear data with the help of a data frame. We are creating a data frame where the names are Amia, Rosie and Ashish and gender is male, female and male. Data frame is my variable where the name of the data frame is df. I have created a contingency table using the table function. You can see that in the table function, I have passed df as the variable or my parameter. And now the contingency table is stored into the table named table, con table. And now I print my con table, which is my variable name, which is storing the contingency table. So now I print con table and I see the result. I can see that this result is a grid of rows and columns where all the rows are the name of the people like Amya, Ashish and Rosie and the columns are male and female. You can see over here that gender is my column and if the person is female, Rosie, it becomes 1 and Amay and Ashish are 0 because Amay and Ashish are 1. So there is 1 for Amay and Ashish and 0 for Rosie in the column male. So you can see basically the idea is that if the person is female, then there is a 1 at the intersection of female and the name and a 0 at the intersection of female and the male and likewise for male. So basically the idea is that very easily we have converted the data which is male and female into a binary output like 0 and 1. So lot many times when there is lot of data and such kind of categorical data is there, very easily we can convert that into the form of zeros and 1 with the help of a contingency table. Let's have a look of the contingency table with the previous example. Suppose we have the following data set that shows the information for 20 different product orders, including the type of product purchased along with the country that the product was purchased in. So basically the question is same, that there are 20 product orders and there are countries in which that products were purchased. So we are creating a contingency table. Let's see how we can go about it. We create a data frame, order number from 1 to 20, product is equal to TV, radio and computer, times is 9, 6 and 5, country is ABCD and times is 5. You can see the moment we type DF and press enter, we get the data frame on the screen. So this is our result. This is the list of the data that we have. Now, when we create a contingency table, we just call the table function. As you can see in the code over here, to create a contingency table, we simply use the table function and provide the variable product and company as an argument. So you can see over here that table and within the brackets, I have the DF $product, which is the first argument and DF $country, which is the second argument. So I am creating a grid between the product and the country. You can see that the output shows that for each country, how many computers, how many radios and how many TVs are purchased. So for A, it is 1 computer, 1 radio and 3 TV. And like that for B, C and D. there is something called as add margins. What is add margins? Add margins is nothing but when I want to find out the totals. So add margins will give the totals of the rows. Let's see how we can do it. Sometimes we can even have the totals of the columns. So add margin for contingency table is very simple because here we have to call the function add margins, and within brackets we pass the table as the parameter. So we get table W margins as the variable and we print table W margins. So here we can see that table W margins is printing the entire output, where you can see the sum is also there, which is total, and column total is also there. And likewise we have the sum total and the column total for our contingency table. As we have seen that the table is stored in the table variable, we are creating a contingency table. So table becomes our variable which is holding the contingency table. So now I want to find out the row totals and the column totals. So it's very simple. Add margins and within brackets I pass table variable. Let's understand how to interpret the table now. The value in the bottom right corner shows the total number of products ordered, which is 20. So how many orders were ordered? Which were 20. Next is the value along the right side shows the row columns. A total of 5 computers were ordered, 6 radios were ordered, and 9 TVs were ordered. So we can see that we have the row totals. The value along the bottom of the table shows the column sums. A total of 5 products were ordered from country A, 5 from country B, 5 from country C, and 5 from country D. So that is how we get the column totals. The value inside the table shows the number of specific products ordered from each country, which says 1 computer from country A, 1 radio from country A, and 3 TVs from country A. So that is how we have to interpret the table. I hope you are liking it, and this is quite a simple example, and contingency tables are very easy to make. The only thing is that we have to understand that how first we have to create a table, and there we can even pass a data frame. We can pass a data frame and we can view the table. And sometimes we can pass the entire table into the add margins function so that we can have the row totals and the column totals. With this, I hope you are able to understand the concept of contingency tables, goodness of fit, hypothesis, and certain tests which we can apply with the help of R programming. And in the next section, we will see some more interesting concepts of R. Till then, thank you.